Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too. Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
That's great. Could you please introduce yourself? Yeah.
My name is Nastya, Anastasia. You can call me Anastasia. I'm originally from Russia, but I moved to Mexico 3 years ago, and I've been living here, going to school here, and learning Spanish. Also, I'm a teacher of English, mainly English, but also I teach Russian and Spanish. And I've got a channel in different social media where I share some tricks, some tips about languages.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Wow. So you grew up in Russia. So could I just ask you who you have in your family, like in terms of like parents, siblings? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've got a big family in terms of relatives. My family is just father, mother, and my younger sister,
Okay.
uh, who is 14, but she will turn 15 in a couple of days.
I
We are
see.
very excited.
Oh. And in terms of languages, so I know that you speak Russian, you're learning Spanish. So did you start learning Spanish after you moved to Mexico?
Yes, that is right. But actually, it was a very intense experience with this language. When I
Mhm.
moved here, I knew that I would live. I would live here for a long time. So
Yeah.
I was very decided to learn Spanish
Yeah.
to advanced level. So I started a course of 3 months, also completely in Spanish. And I started also making friends,
Yes.
and like everything helped me a lot to dive into this culture, in the
Yeah.
new language, and I sort of adapted really quickly.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Wow. And so why did you choose Mexico? What was the reason that you chose Mexico over other countries?
Oh, well, it wasn't me. We moved with the whole family.
Okay.
So my parents always dreamt about living nearby by the water, by the sea, in a
Mhm.
sunny place.
Yes.
And actually, we got a couple of friends living here.
Oh,
Uh, and when we started looking for a new place to live, they
yeah.
called us and they said, actually,
Yeah.
we can help you with the papers. We can offer you a job,
I
a
see.
temporal job, so you can come and to look around to
Yeah.
see whether you like it or not. And
Mhm.
we came and we fell in love, like
Yeah.
each of one of us. Yes, we fell in
Oh,
love in this place.
it must be amazing. Yeah. So I understand that you were a tutor on Preply. Yeah. So could you tell me a little bit about that, how you got into the whole career path of teaching and what kind of students you teach as well?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Why am I doing this? First of all, I've got actually one big passion in my life, which
Mhm.
is languages, obviously.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago, a friend of mine offered me, not offered me, but asked me for help
Yeah.
in Spanish. And I started to give free lessons just to, it was my friend. I wanted to help him.
Mhm.
But then I really realized that I gotta think. I've got not a talent. I wouldn't say talent, but I love whatever we're doing.
Mhm.
So I started to take courses, a lot of courses
Yeah.
in English, how to teach English, for example, where I'm more experienced, and Spanish and also Russian as my native language.
Mhm.
And little by little, I was always recommended by a friend of mine, relatives. So
Yeah.
it was always like someone who knows me or who knows a friend of mine. But a couple of months ago, I thought about to bring it to another level.
Wow.
And I thought about Preply because I also was I was also using this platform, but as a student. As
Yeah.
a student, I was looking for someone to teach me Korean.
Yes, your speaking is so fluent and so advanced. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
have you learnt English from childhood or has it been like when you were like in your teenage years or What kind of age was it?
Uh, yeah, it all started in my childhood.
Right.
I was attending the back then. I was attending a school, and it was mandatory to learn English from the first grade, from the very
Mhm.
first year.
Right.
So, and they were very, very intense with it. We had from 5 to 6 hours per week.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and
Mm.
then I actually, talking honestly, I didn't like English back then that much.
See, wow. So it's about, like giving yourself the opportunities to speak and speaking to, native speakers and like watching
Yes.
podcasts and things like that. Do you have any tips or advice for English learners who really want to improve their level? What would you say?
Yeah. As I told you, I've struggled a lot with English. First five years were not successful for me with English at all. So I've
Mhm.
tried a lot of techniques, a lot of student books,
Right.
a
Yeah.
lot of grammar explanations. What I can recommend, I think, yeah, is don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Mhm.
That's the first recommendation, and
Yeah.
for everything, not only for English, because it didn't work with me in English because I didn't have the opportunity to speak with native speakers. But in Spanish, I came here. I didn't know Spanish at all. I was
Mhm.
awful at it.
Okay.
But I came here and I started try to make friends just in order to practice. And it helped me a lot. It showed
Yeah.
me, okay, so this works. If you go out there and
Yeah.
people will be polite with you.
Right.
I can assure you, they will help you. If you come and be honest and say, okay, I'm learning, I need your help.
Mhm.
I adore your language and I wanna be able to also speak in it.
That's great advice. Yeah, I agree with that. So many of my students say that they speak to clients from foreign countries as part of their work. So they want to improve for that purpose, so they can communicate freely. And
Yeah.
yeah, and for some people it could be travel, it could be, just engaging with other people in work or like for your personal life. So it depends really. Yeah, it's such a global language, isn't it? So to have
Yes, it is. It
yeah,
is so useful. It is
yeah,
so useful
exactly.
everywhere. And
Yes.
right now, my students even I've got actually a bunch of students that come
Yeah.
to me and say, actually, I want to learn English because I think that's where the future is.
Right.
I think in a
Yeah.
couple of years, everyone will need it, and I want to be ahead of them. They say, and I'm okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's a good, it's a good
Oh, yeah, that's great.
motivation.
Yes. So I have this student, she's from China. So she said to me that half her job interview that she attended recently, it was in Chinese. And then in the middle, the interviewer just said, can we now switch over to English? Because I want to hear your English skills. And this student always says to me, oh, Niti, my accent is not right. And, I don't feel confident and all that. But she said when she was in that situation, because she'd practiced a lot, she just went in at the deep end. She tried and she just gave it her all. Yeah. And then she said she was
Yeah,
really surprised, and the interviewer was happy as well and said, oh, wow, your English is good. So ultimately, it's not about the accent, is it? I would say it's about,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
about
being
the
able to
confidence.
communicate freely. Yeah.
Yes, it's a very surprising thing to me because when I started, I'm a perfectionist, so I wanna to be really prepared to each lesson because I wanna give it all to my student. Like I really value their time, and they come. I know, and I ask them, before the very first trial lesson, like, um, can you please share me a little bit about your experience? What level maybe you have? Do you
Yes.
know what level you consider yourself? Where are you right now in English? And they always go like, I'm so bad at English. I don't know anything. I'm like very, very basic level. And when we started the conversation, I realized this girl is B1 level.
Yeah. That's it.
B1
Yeah.
level. That is more than enough.
Yeah.
I'm telling her, like, you just cannot hear yourself. You give me such a good grammar.
Yeah.
You got understanding. You've
Yeah.
got context. You've even got some knowledge of culture.
Yeah.
You're very advanced speaker. You're all already fluent. Just believe in yourself, and I can assure you that you will improve you will improve your skills much faster.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly. That's a really good example, yeah. And I think that we have this expression in English that we are our own worst critic. So when we look
Yes.
inside, we always think that we haven't made progress, that, we
Yes.
have far behind, but actually we're making steps towards, our goal, which is the main thing. And even though we can't see it, I always say to my students, look back at your first videos and then you'll see how much progress you've made. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
So I just had some rapid fire questions for you, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Sure.
So just to get to know more about you. So how would you describe your personality in 4 or 5 words? What would you say?
Okay. Okay, I can do it. I think I can do it. I'm very respectful. I'm very polite.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about things that I do.
Yeah.
I'm very determined.
Mm.
I have discipline,
Yeah.
very
Mm.
disciplined.
Yeah.
Then I got one more left, right? And I'm very
Yeah.
loving. I'm
Yeah.
very loving.
Oh, they're all really positive. Yeah, very positive qualities. And would you say that you're adventurous as well? Because it sounds like, you are enjoying life in Mexico. You've
Yes.
got plans to move
I
away as
am
well.
I am an adventurous also. I
That's
love
great.
traveling.
Yeah.
I'm never afraid to speak to new people. I love knowing new people from new cultures. Even though I don't know the language, I try to learn it anyway.
That's really good. Wow. And how would your family and friends describe you? Do you think they'd use the same adjectives or do you think they'd add some more?
Yeah, I think they would add a little bit of a workaholic.
Right, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I do. I tend to work a lot and forget about a little bit about myself. I put myself aside sometimes, but I'm working on it.
Right, yeah.
And maybe a little bit anxious, I would say, again,
Mhm.
just to make everything perfect.
Yeah.
And they would all say that I'm loving,
Mm.
loving and respectful for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Yes. And they would say the friends, especially, they would say that I'm very happy,
Yeah.
always fun
Oh,
to be
that's so
around.
good. So you're very positive and yeah.
Yes, I'm positive. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't like to be negative or even realistic.
Yeah.
I don't like to just say it out loud.
Right.
I,
Okay.
I like to bring energy and some mood.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. Wow. And what does family mean to you? So you've given me a bit of insight that you're a very close-knit family. Um,
Yes.
how would you define family? What's like the definition of family to you?
In my case, I think that my family
Mhm.
always reminds me that I'm very lucky with them because I know that we don't get to choose our parents, but I don't know why, but they've got the most fantastic family.
Mhm.
For me, they
Yes.
always care. They always care about me. They will
Mm.
support me no matter what I do, even if
Yes.
it is a silly thing. They're always very supportive.
Yeah.
Um, they are really understanding. They're
Mhm.
the people that I can go and talk to with anything I want, and
Yeah.
they will be there for me by my side. Any
Oh,
adventure and crazy thing that I want to do.
yeah. So sometimes we talk about people as being our rock. So that, like we can depend on them for anything. It could be a partner
Yeah,
who's a rock or family or,
yeah,
anyone who's really supportive. So, oh, that's
yeah. So
good.
they are my rock.
Yeah, yeah. And this journey of life, like, having family who are really loving and supportive just makes the journey much better, doesn't it? The journey of,
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
I think I won my lottery for the
Yes.
life.
That's so good. I love that. Yeah. And what would you say is your favorite food or favorite cuisine, or do you have many different ones? Mm.
I I I eat I think I can say that I eat everything besides spicy things. And yes, I live in Mexico.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I really love, I really love junk food,
Yeah.
although I cannot afford, I can't afford to eat it
Okay.
in a lot of quantity. I
Yeah.
love junk food, fast food,
Yeah.
and something like pizza,
Right.
pasta, Italian food. I
Okay.
love it,
Yeah.
and some plates of Mexican food.
Yes. Oh, so do you like seafood and things like that? Are you into seafood? Oh, yeah.
Just sushi.
Right.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of fish, for example. I
Right.
don't eat it, but sushi, I love it, and
Yeah.
all kind of sushi there is. Like, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter where it comes from
Yes.
a Mexican restaurant or from real Japan one.
Right. Yeah. I love sushi too. I always feel like you never get bored of sushi. You'll never get tired of it. There's
Right?
so
And
many
it is
different things.
healthy.
Yes,
I
it
mean, you
is.
can eat it
Yeah.
at 2 a.m. at
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
nothing. And
That's right. Exactly. And it's filling, isn't it? It makes us feel good after that. Yeah. So,
yeah.
yeah. So, what would you say? What is one skill that you have already mastered and one skill that you would like to master in the future?
Oh, let me think about it. I think a skill that I've already mastered, it can be discipline.
Mhm.
Uh, yes, maybe. Yes. Okay, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I've mastered discipline, I think, from my point of view. But the skill that I really want to practice more and want to improve
Mhm.
is multifunctioning.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
multifunctioning.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. And I think that's a skill that helps us in different areas of life, multifunctional,
Sure.
multitasking. Yeah, which is fantastic. Wow. So, what is your favorite season? Do you have a favorite season? Yeah.
I think it's autumn. If
Yes.
we're talking about in terms of Mexico, I think it's autumn because it's not cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cold, but it's not hot.
Right.
Like you're not dying from the all the sweat that you have.
Yeah.
Here it's a perfect season to come to go to the beach, and you can even sandbath
Yeah.
without getting really burned.
Right.
I think it's autumn.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, yeah. And the
yeah,
final question is, what is a saying that you live by, or like your life philosophy? What would that be?
I mean, it could sound real cliche, but the thing is, no matter what, just go on and take your time.
Yeah.
Because I was never a person who would master skill very quickly.
Right.
I was never such a person. I had to take my time all the
Mm-hmm.
time. I was I understand slower than others.
Mm-hmm.
So take your time
Yeah.
and just go on, move on, no matter what.
Yes. That's really good. I love that. Thank you so much. So we could wrap up there. We could finish the session. So thank you
Yeah.
for all your time and your contribution. Anastasia, it's been lovely to talk to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nita. It is lovely to meet you too.
Oh, same here. And I wish you all the best for your, language learning and your teaching and any future plans as well. Yeah.
So yeah, I wish you all the luck.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.